Kif qedni l-komedin namlu sensiela ta' għarfien matul din il-Ġimgħa Ewropea tal-Mobilità. U llum għandna magħna lil Camille Bon. We welcome you. And Sinjura qiegħda minn Aegle Foundation. Please introduce yourself.
So hi, and thank you very much for having me here.
You're welcome.
So I work for Project Aegle Foundation, which is a non-profit organization in Malta. And the main goal of our organization is to promote sustainable mobility and to encourage anyone living in Malta to use alternative modes of transport rather than their private car. So we want to encourage people to walk, to cycle, to use car sharing, the public transport, the bus, the ferries, to reduce the amount of cars on the road and to improve the environment and the quality of life.
Good. Do you think people in Malta like to walk?
I think so. I think people in Malta like to walk, and a good example we can see, like during the pandemic, we could see a lot of people started to walk. They went to Dingley to walk, and because like the environment was much better, you didn't have a lot of cars on the road. It was nice, no noise pollution. So you could see like an increase, and actually we can also see that people now they want to go in the countryside to enjoy like the nature. So yes, I believe like everyone likes to walk, the kids likes to walk, but it's not always easy to walk in Malta. I think we have some issues with the pavement and with the infrastructure.
Why do you think Maltese people prefer to walk while abroad, but resist to walk in Malta, even for a short distance?
I think abroad, I mean, like, because they are going on holiday, I mean, they are more like, they want to visit the cities, and it's always easier to visit a city by walking. And also in other cities in Europe, I mean, like, the infrastructure is much more pleasant to walk. They have streets which are pedestrianized, bigger pavements. So I think the environment is more attractive for walking, and also what I was saying, maybe like the holiday feeling. And another thing that I would say, I mean, Malta, like we all know it's like a car-centric culture, so it's more convenient, and we're more used to use like the car to drive from A to B. So walking is not like what doesn't come like the first choice to travel from A to B, because I mean we're always used to take our car. So when they travel abroad, they don't have a car, so they have to walk. But I think this should be, and this is what we should do in Malta, trying to reverse to make like car less convenient and making like walking as the first choice for short distances. I don't say you need to walk to go to Naxxar, to Marsa Scala or to Valletta, but if you have to do an errand in Naxxar, you could walk. I mean, you should choose to walk in Naxxar, not to take your car. I mean, you will take your car if you want to go, do groceries in Pama, or if you want to go to run an errand in Valletta, or go to the beach in Marsa Scala. But for very short distances, to go to the convenience shop, to the butcher or somewhere else, or to the hairdresser, you should walk and not take your car.
From research done from your company, what are the difficulties related to infrastructure? For example, like garbage bags on the pavement, there are so many obstacles sometimes. What are your...
Yes, I mean, like walking, I mean, sometimes it could be a very hostile environment for walking, and we can see the pavements are not big enough. Sometimes you have like very narrow pavements. You cannot even fit a push chair. So for moms or like even people with disabilities in a wheelchair, it's almost impossible to use the pavement. They are discontinued. Also with the construction, I mean, it's blocked, as you said, with garbage or with like some bricks by the constructions of the building site. And yes, so this is all. I mean, all those factors. It doesn't entice people to walk, because you don't have like a very pleasant way to go from point A to B. And I think if we want to reverse and we want to make walking more attractive for people, we should improve like the size of our pavement, and also the pavement, they are broken. So if you have some disabilities, you cannot see, and you don't see properly, it could be very hard to walk, or they can be slippery as well. So we need to really improve. I mean, this is something very simple, but I'm sure that if we could dedicate or improve the infrastructure of the pavement and the sidewalk, we could really, I'm sure this will increase, or it will help people to walk. Something else that sometimes is, I mean, in Naxxar you have like a very nice square with a lot of trees, but more trees will provide shade and will provide a better environment for walking as well, because sometimes when it's hot, like in summer, maybe you're not, you prefer to be in your car. Why if we have more trees and more shade, it will be like the temperatures will drop and it will provide a better environment for walking.
And there are initiatives like safe routes to schools. What can you elaborate on that?
So last year, I worked with the Naxxar Local Council and the Naxxar Primary School to do like the walking routes to school, because a lot of parents and a lot of children live in a walking distance around the school. So when we say walking distance, it's like 15-minute distance, so they could walk to school. But the reality is a lot of children are driven to school by the parents for many reasons, and what we've discussed before, because traffic and safety are the top reasons for not choosing to walk to school. Also, it's not a habit to walk, they don't know the routes, for example, because so what we wanted, it was to create more awareness that the fact that you can walk to school. So we mapped 3 different routes from different sites of Naxxar to walk to schools, and we identify the routes with signage, and maybe they've seen it, and also floor. So we painted some signage on the floors, and the main goal was really to create awareness and to make it more pleasant for the kids as well, to follow, and so they could, so they could follow the signs to walk to school, and making like fun and more enticing.
And did you have any feedback on that?
Actually, I got some feedback and some parents. Obviously, I mean, we didn't improve. We didn't improve like the traffic and the safety, because I mean, I think a way to improve traffic and safety would be to get lollipop officers or crossing guards that could help cross safely the road. But this is something that I'm still working on it. But some feedback that we received from the parents is like the kids, they loved it and they noticed it straight away. And for the kids, they love to, like to follow them, and they looked at them. So for them, it's really cool. And it's kind of a good, I think it's a good kind of way for the kids, to make the parents, because if we cannot convince the parents, maybe we can convince the kids to walk, to tell their parents, I want to walk to school. So it's kind of like they loved it and they can follow it. And I believe that if we can improve traffic and safety, this could make the child more independent, because they will know how to get to school and they will have kind of a wayfinding signs to go to school. But this also have to go in hands with improving the traffic and safety, and this is a step-by-step process. But for example, like one of the routes, it's going through 3 independencia, like independent streets, which has like big pavement, a lot of trees, and this is it's a very used route by the parents, and they already walk because it's very pleasant, because you can see the pavement are big enough to walk with the kids, with the scooters. They have trees as well for the shade. So just making the signs on the streets, it just improve like their way, and they improve their commutes, and the kids are they're happier. It's fun for the kids to walk to school.
Thank you for this, and hopefully the Naxxar residents will think more positive about this mobility week, and for sure that you help them a lot. Di kienet Camille Bon mill-Aegle Foundation. Infakrukom nhar il-ħamis 22 ta' Settembru li hija Car Friday fil-lokalità tan Naxxar.